Alright, what's up? It's Prospector Phil here, and I found something kind of cool at a estate sale today. Tom and Perry's Golden Dirt Bag. Now, I recognize this because I'm pretty sure this is what you can get from the GPAA. I think they used to give these out if you signed up for a membership, and now it's just, well, you got to go to the store and buy it from them. And so I looked it up online, and I've seen other videos where people pan this down, and it used to cost $12. Now it costs $14.95, but it's basically just a salted bag of pay dirt, something they sell on their store so that you can kind of practice your panning and get a feel for it. And so today I thought we'd pan this down and see what gold we got in there. So the other thing I noticed is now they got this cool little cheapo bag that comes with it. And then there's the pay dirt, which pretty much looks like the pay dirt that I collect when I'm out in the gold field. So we're going to pan this down and see what we got. First, just out of curiosity, I'm going to weigh it. I don't know why I need to weigh it. I'm sure they just salt it, so it really doesn't matter what the weight is. 12.7 ounces. 12.7 ounces with the bag. The bag is probably 2 grams. 1 to 2 grams, who cares? So it's less than a pound, but I mean, like I said, the weight doesn't really matter. One thing I've noticed, it's got some chunkier stuff in there. Little tiny pebbles and whatnot. So I thought I'm going to run it through this classifier first, just because if there's any pickers, they might show up. Now this is just 20 mesh, 20 holes per inch, just a stupid little classifier I got. And then I got a couple pans here. So while it's dry, let's just run it through this and see what happens. Ooh, I see a flake right there. Saw a flake. I see another one. Okay. We'll put that on the cleanup pan. And look at this. You can tell. Right there is a gold flake. They say guaranteed to have gold. And like I said, I picked it up in an estate sale, so it wasn't $14.95, which is always nice. And yeah, it does have gold in there. So let me set up on the creek and we'll pan this down. Well, before I set up on the creek, I just wanted to show you, this is the larger stuff, and there's quite a bit in here that's just like these really hard, crusty dirt clods. And smash those down. This all needs to be washed here. Ooh, I see something poking out right there. Anyway, so I'm going to want to go through this really good. Of course, I'll have to wash it, smash the dirt clods down. But this is going to contain anything larger than 20 mesh or anything that was stuck in these dirt clods here. Definitely gold in there. That's cool, that's fun. I mean, you aren't going to make anything with this, but this is a great little thing to have for kids, or you know, when relatives visit and they got children, or you got grandkids or nieces and nephews. Something fun for them to do. There's more in there. There's another flake. Anyway, okay, let's pan it down. I'll set up at the creek. Now first I'm going to put down a catch pan, because I want to pan it into something where if I miss any of the gold, then I can catch that out and repan it. And I'm talking over here right now because I don't know how well the audio is going to travel across when I actually pan it. And I'll probably just speed up the panning process because okay, there's my catch pan. Well, hopefully it doesn't do that again. Wow. Well, normally at this point I would transfer to my cleanup pan, but my cleanup pan is kind of got some pay dirt in it right now. So I'm going to pan this one down and then figure it out from there. So there's my cleanup pan, and up at the top there I got two little flakes that are larger than 20 mesh. Didn't make it through my classifier. I didn't see anything else in there. Okay, so I'll save those, then transfer the rest of this into the cleanup pan and clean out this. There's a lot in there, if you can see all along there. That's fun to see that much color. Okay, there's what I got. Well, that's a pretty dang good haul. I like seeing all that color. It's all just really, really tiny stuff, but look at all that. Alright, I washed it up a little bit more. So this is most of the gold we found. And then over on this side, that was the gold that was floating in the water. You can even see that. So it's too small to roast. I'm just going to leave this pan in the sun. It'll dry out. Well, that didn't take long. So that's all dried out there. We'll just put that on my plate. There we go. And then over here I still got, this was my catch pan. So I'll save that. There's still a couple little tiny flakes in there that just kind of floated away, and I don't know, there's going to be a little speck or two of gold in there, but it's going to be so difficult to remove any more from that who cares. And it still has some drying out to do. So that's what I found, and now I'm going to weigh it up and see what we got. All right, the moment of truth. So I put the gold on a piece of paper, make it easier just to pour it onto my scale here. Let's see what we got. 0.34, 0.35. So 0.34, 0.35, it's probably right in between there. That's as accurate as my scale gets. Wow, that's actually, I'm impressed. That's actually really good. That's all just super, super tiny stuff. But I'm, uh, I'm surprised it weighed out to be that much. That's more than I was expecting, and there's just tons and tons of little tiny specks and flakes in there. Alright, so if you didn't notice, that scale was in grams. And I'm just going to cheat here real quick. Okay, wait. 0.3, we'll just do 0.34. Carat, that's not going to be pure. It'll probably be more like 22 carat. But let's do 24. So, current price just over $14 US. It's about right for they charge $14.95 plus shipping. And if it was 22 carat, hold on. I can't work this with the camera in the way. Whoa. So it's not going to be 100% pure, but 0.34 grams. If it's 22 carat, it'd be $12.90. That's if you can get 100% of the value. Flakes that small, maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. Well, there you go. So I put the dime there as a size comparison. And you could see it looks like a lot. And there are just tons and tons of little tiny flakes in there. But it's not much. It's a third of a gram, approximately. But the cool thing is, I mean, you can get these Paydirt bags. I paid less for mine because I just found it at a sale, but you can get them right now for $14.95. I don't know what they charge for shipping. And we just saw, I mean, that's about a third of a gram, probably 22 karat gold. But, you know, it's going to be $12, $14 worth of gold. So that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. I mean, you know, I don't know what you pay for shipping again, but here's the thing that I really liked was it was just a lot of fun to pan that down because there's so many tiny little specks and tiny little flakes that you can start seeing it just as soon as you pour the dirt out. And so it's not really about the dollar value, it's more of the entertainment factor. And yeah, you get most of your money back. So I can imagine that, you know, sitting in the winter time and you got cabin fever and you're itching to do some gold panning, uh, this would be a great thing to do. If you want to brush up on your gold panning skills, this will be a great thing to do because that's all super tiny stuff. So if you can recover this gold, you're going to recover the larger stuff. And the other note that I would make is that, oh my gosh, if you have kids or nieces and nephews or grandchildren, can you imagine how they're going to react when they start seeing all those little tiny flakes in the gold pan. I mean, you can pan it down and then just, when they leave, stick it back in the same dirt, and the next time they come, do it again. That's gotta just be a highlight of a kid's afternoon. I mean, what a great activity to do with them for pretty dang cheap. So that was fun, and I can't speak for the GAA. I don't know what they have in all of their golden dirt bags, but this is the only one I've ever panned down. So I gotta assume that they put a ton of tiny flakes in all of them. I don't know what the range is. I don't know if you're gonna find more. I don't know if you're gonna find less, but you're definitely gonna find some gold. Uh, if you got gold fever, you're gonna have a good time doing it, and if you got uh, kids or grandkids, whatever, well, you might even have a better time doing it. So that's my experience, and we did find gold. We found just tons of little tiny flakes and dust, and that's really good. So there you go, about a third of a gram, and afternoon well spent. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have more. Like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.